Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Khurrum Shaukat Yusafzai. Today I am standing in Hazara University, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, in the archaeology department, which you can see behind. And my guest is the head of department of archaeology department. So let me introduce a wonderful personality. So let's begin, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome, sir. I'm Dr. Shakir, Chairman, Department of Archaeology, Hazara University.
Thank you very much for your introduction, sir. So let's have a seat and let's do a bit of chit-chat. Sir, I want to ask you that how you started your education.
I belong to this a very common family. My background from a farming family in Mardan district. My hometown is Lonthwal. My this early education is from my village primary school and then high school Lonthwal. And for college, I came to Mardan. My college education is from postgraduate college Mardan. Yeah, but Abdul Khan University, and they are side by side. But the postgraduate college Mardan is one of the prestigious education institute among the Pakhtunkhwa, especially among the country. And then after my college degree graduation, I joined for my master degree University of Peshawar, Department of Archaeology, my master in archaeology, then MPhil in archaeology and PhD in archaeology from the same university, University of Peshawar.
Peshawar University is the premier institute and one of the first and top archaeological knowledge place, because it's the number one in Pakistan, and that was the first one since creation of Pakistan, which was teaching archaeology, and the second one was established in Sindh, and then this is the third one, the one in Hazara University in Mansehra, in the city of Mansehra. Yeah, so this is now graded as the top because of the efforts of Dr. Shakir.
This is a teamwork, and with the efforts of the colleagues and the students and researcher and university administration.
Very well, sir. And now it is this department is influential in creating students who are actually in a lot of places like Afghanistan, in Punjab, in Balochistan, and even in
the entire country,
in the region. So let's talk with Professor how many places he has students in the world.
Yeah, the entire country with the leading institution, we have our own students. The graduate of Hazara University, Department of Archaeology, and in the region, we are our student is serving in Afghanistan. The one of our students, he was on a very leading position in Afghanistan. Noor Agha, he is now the director institute of archaeology for Afghanistan, and
responsible for
for the whole archaeology of Afghanistan. And nowadays they are just working in so many sites. One of the famous sites is Miss Anecdote, which is the very famous for the archaeology which was exposed there. And one student we just catch from Maldives. He just completed his degree, and now he's serving Maldives as past archaeologist. He was educated from Pakistan and especially from Hazara University.
So, because of the efforts of the Department of Archaeology and Professor, the first Director of Archaeology of Afghanistan and Maldives belongs to this place. Although this is a very new university, so at which year this university came into being?
This university is properly open in 2001, and the archaeology department is open in 2008. But it's grow very fast and very rapidly, because just we are competing on the on international level, because we have international projects, we have national projects. Mostly the students, they are coming from researcher, they are on scholarship, are paid from the projects. Yeah, This is a unique identity of this university and the subject. Because the higher education is much expensive, and the country, you know, everybody that how they could afford. Because
I think you are the best archaeological place in the whole Asia.
Yeah.
Continent of Asia.
Yeah.
This is the best, rather best in the world, because Indus Valley civilization is oldest in the world. It's older than the Egyptian pyramids, the Giza pyramids, and this is also called the cradle of civilization. So if a student comes here for research, he can discover a lot of things himself and make a name in the history of the world. So this is the place to come.
Yeah, because the archaeology is very virgin in this area, and everything is new, and everything is a new discovery by you.
So much more to
discover. And you will be the authority just to discover and work on it, instead of the rest of the world.
You can make a name for yourself if you come here. Right now, sir, you have students from Sri Lanka and how many countries?
Yeah, nowadays we have 3 international students, 2 from Afghanistan and 1 from Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankan and these all are on scholarship. Just they came and just studying archaeology in Pakistan, and especially in Hazara University, because we offering some multiple specialties in archaeology, because we have a specialist in paleography, we have specialist in numismatic, we have specialist in proto-history and this Aryans archaeology and history. I myself is having specialization in Muslim archaeology and working in historic and Muslim archaeology, and have a very good number of students and good number and good opportunity of exposure, because we have worked with the so many leading missions in the world, with the American archaeologists, with the British archaeological missions, Italian archaeological missions, and also mostly visited the entire world.
How many Pakistani students you have in this archaeology?
We have nowadays we have 200 plus students in different disciplines, like in BS and
archaeology.
In archaeology. In archaeology, we have 200 plus students. Some of them in the BS level, undergrad, and graduate students.
Mashallah. And how many books you have written, sir?
One of my book is published, 2 is in press, and for the next 2 years, I'm committed to be 5.
2 more.
Yeah.
2 more. So total 5 books you have written, and they will be 2 of them published, and another 3 is coming under publication. So, and how many research articles you have written?
Till now, I have written and published about 60 research papers that is published in peer-reviewed journals, and mostly about 40 maybe on the Muslim art and architecture and Muslim archaeology, and the rest is with the multiple subjects of archaeology.
Very, very well done. So recently you just told me that you are doing archaeological excavations in this area. So what are these sites?
Yeah, the 2 very famous Buddhist sites, and one is the Muslim period site. The one just last year we excavated and just get a very good result. That was Badodere Buddhist stupa sites in Mansehra district, near a place Gandhia on the main Kekage. And the next we are just planning to excavate this year, that is Zardiri, one of the famous Buddhist sites, stupa site, which was earlier excavated by the Japanese team. Some of his sculptures are just on display in the Peshawar Museum. And now just we have some questions with that, and for that questions we need to further excavate and just to solve our questions.
More discoveries to come.
Yeah.
What is the other sites?
Yeah, and the next site, that is the one of the was the capital of this Pakhal Valley.
Actually, let me ask you a question. This is Hazara division, but actually the old name of this was Pakhal Valley.
Yeah, where we are sitting, this was Pakhal Valley.
How do you spell it?
Yeah, Pakhal, P-A-K-A-L. Yeah.
Pakal.
Our that capital, the site, which was almostly covered with the modern village too, but we have a lot of space open. Just we need to excavate and further research and discover
Further make new discoveries.
Yeah, yeah.
So this name Hazara, which means 1000.
Yeah.
So this was the name given by British to this Pakhal Valley because they did not know the real history,
Yeah.
and they did not know it then. So they thought the people living here are Chinese race. So the Chinese race were called Hazaras. They should not confuse the Hazaras who live in Balochistan,
Yeah.
because in Afghanistan. But this race over here is actually Afghan race. You know, the Turkic Afghan
yeah.
race, like Mughals, Barlas,
Turks,
Tanolis.
Tanawal.
Tanawals are Yusafzais.
Yeah, but they are just we just to link, just you make it the more longer that's Afghan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are Pashtuns over here also, Yusafzais, like Tanolis, Tareens and Jaduns. They are here. So it's like a 50-50 Turkic and 50% Pashtuns. This area of Pakhal Valley. Yes.
Yeah.
So wonderful, sir. You told us about the Pakhal Valley.
Yeah.
And
Just you mentioned it with the history and the things with the British. There are so many just names and so many things which are wrongly pronounced.
Yes.
And now just we are looking for that just to correct our history.
Yeah,
Because
the British actually put the wrong history. Like they destroyed the ancient name of Pakhal Valley and called it Hazara. Then they came up with this main city, Aptabad.
Yeah.
Sir James Abbott was the first commissioner British. So 1800 they changed the name to
He established
Aptabad.
Aptabad as
And,
Kent, and then it's developed as city,
yeah,
and
and
it
during
was
this-
the division headquarters.
And then 1837 they changed the name of Sirikot to Haripur. And Haripur was this because the British and the Sikhs also destroyed, and they put the because Haripur is not the real name. The real name of Haripur is
Haripur just was the plan of River Dol. Yeah, River Dol plan. Yeah, and just was ended with the Sirikot Hills. Sirikot was just a different establishment. When Haripur was just established and developed by the Sikhs. The Sikhs
actually
the
Sirikot.
Yeah,
The actual Mughals called them Sirikot.
Yeah, but at Sirikot, the Mughals and the Sikhs, they have a port there, and the Sirikot was there. This was just plan, and in plan, the Sikhs need to make their own establishment. Then they develop Haripur city.
I think the Ranjit Singh and the British were the same, because there is evidence that Ranjit Singh was paid by the British Raj.
Yeah, that was the same thing, but the people just they paste paste all the things that was looking to the people are sick. Yeah, the Ranjit Singh and just they sick and
because the same army of Ranjit Singh became the British army because the Sipais were all Punjabi Sikhs and the Muslim Sikhs.
In the Sikh army, the people they are not Sikh. They are known to us Perangi. Yeah, they
were Punjabis because
there are so many Germans.
They used to wear actually pants like the British. That's why maybe.
Because this is one of my paper is published on the same. This the so-called Perangi in the Ranjit Singh army.
They were actually Punjabi and Muslims and Sikhs.
We have one grave of the Colonel Kinara. He was American. As artillery officer in
actually,
the
they were mercy. I tell you, there were actually 11 colonels. Like one was Colonel Kenara, the other was Charles Evitable. He was British Italian, so which the people of Peshawar used to call as Abu Tabela.
Yeah.
And then there was Sir Lawrence.
Yeah.
The Lawrence College is named after.
The Colonel Kinara, he was American.
Yes. Mercenaries.
Yeah, and his grave.
He was one of the governors.
Yeah. His grave is in Haripur.
Excellent.
Yeah, his grave is in Haripur because his.
I will do an interview on this contemporary history.
Yeah.
So, sir, what is the future for this department and you? Like, what is the future endeavor you would be doing?
Yeah. The future, like all subjects, but the archaeology is very bright. because we need to, because the archaeology is the study of the human history or the human heritage. And we are human, and as long as the human is living, archaeology will be with them, and this have a very bright future, because without the study of heritage or human past, we can't develop anything.
Like you make the history known. So you are actually the study of human being. Archaeology means study of the human being through the ruins, paintings, tablets and other things. So it's a scientific thing. So in Pakhtunkhwa there is so much wealth of history and archaeology. So there are only two departments, Peshawar University and Hazara. Is there a third one?
Yeah, because with the other universities, Malakand University, Abdul Ali Khan University, Swat University, they are teaching the archaeology mixed with other subjects.
Tourism.
Yeah, like with the tourism or other attached departments, because they have no good faculty and no good facilities. Everywhere they have good facilities, just they are a separate department, and they are just dealing on their own.
So in future maybe the faculty you will provide to these universities.
Yeah, because mostly our students serving that university, because the present provincial director, Dr. Abdul Samad, he was our colleague, and just he joined the provincial government. Say this department also serving the provincial government.
Excellent. So you are creating history, sir.
Yeah.
So I really thank you for this wonderful interview, and I hope I will be bringing Professor Dr. Shakir again for more wonderful, because he is full of knowledge, and we would like to tap into him and tell you about the interesting Pakhtunkhwa and the wonders. So I thank him once again for the nice traditional green tea, and I thank him for his time and effort, and thank you very much, sir.
Not at all. Thank you. Welcome, sir. Welcome.